Hey guys, yeah, it's been a while. It's been, geez, probably a month since I made my last video. I've been racing. For guys that just jump on the video and don't know, I drag race, not bikes, cars. And I kind of been on the road for like 3 weeks, a 3-week tour, I guess you'd say, going through Ohio, Pennsylvania, and I'm home finally. And so I just never had time. I've been answering some comments and stuff that people make on my videos, but haven't had time to make a video. But everything is good. Nothing is wrong. I'm back on my GS. Life is good. No complaints. So I'm running it's super hot. This time of year, it's going to be hot down here. But so it's already 84 degrees, but it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. But I figured, let me go out and run some errands, get back on the bike, because I haven't been on this GS in over 3.5 weeks. And man, it feels good. Oh man, it does feel good. I've been watching a lot of videos about GS, about different guys that have been test riding them, and it seems like nobody ever gets tired of them. What's one video I just picked up? I think the guy is super funny. Life of Smokey. He's got a KTM. He's an absolute nutcase. Very entertaining, extremely entertaining, and he's I don't know, we got BMW to give him a GS for a test ride for a week, and he's just absolutely loving it. But he says it's a calm. He says he compares it to the KTM as this is the calm bike, even though it's still a lot of fun. It's very comfortable, but the KTM is just absolutely a ridiculous machine. It's just aggressive and hooligan and the whole bit. But he had a great time on it, and he's still doing some videos. You guys, I'm not meaning to plug anybody, but the guy is entertaining. And Life of Smokey, real funny, real funny. I think he's out of the Netherlands, but whatever. So back to the GS, back on, and it just feels super just to be back on the bike. Oh man, it's just like a breath of fresh air, even though it's hot. I'll take it anytime. So yeah, I've been racing like through Pennsylvania, Ohio. I didn't do so great. I did win my class in Ohio, so I had to race a good friend of mine, Jim. You'll probably get, and Jim, you know who I'm talking to, Jim, with your new video channel. I did get to race one of my good friends that has a supercharged Camaro. It's called a Copo, if you guys are familiar with it. That's a term that they used for Chevrolet to order special order cars back in the 60s. So it's a Copo Camaro against my Cobra Jet Mustang, and it was a close race, so it was pretty cool. It's a heads-up race, and you know, I beat him by 300ths. It was pretty fun. I went like an 848 at 161, and he went an 851 at 162. So in a quarter mile, this is drag race, folks, and it was pretty cool to get a class trophy. So a couple of dollars here and there, but that was fun. So yeah, back to the GS. You know, when I don't ride the GS for a long time, I get withdrawals, and you know, and then when I get back on it, it's just like you know. And I know I don't have the epic footage like Jim, or I haven't even heard from GS48. I hope everything's good going out there in Arizona. I mean, those guys have epic footage, beautiful roads and scenery, and you know, as you guys can see, it's farmland, and you know, that's just normal down here, and the roads aren't as, I mean, it's quiet and everything, but they're nowhere near as epic. You know, I keep saying I want to get to the tail of the dragon, so hopefully when racing season calms down in fall, because down here it's still nice and the weather's nice, hopefully I can shoot out there. And not that people have seen the tail of the dragon, but you know, it'll be from my view. So we're just going out doing some errands, run to the bank, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. And I figured, you know, the heck with taking the car, let me take the bike and knock this video out. And what else can I talk about? I was just thinking about, do you guys, you know, when the weather is like this, and it's, you know, as you can see, I mean, I'm unbuttoned and stuff like that. Well, you know, the flaps and stuff like that. But do you guys wear your gear when it's hot, or you religiously? I got my riding pants, my riding sneakers on. You know, my buddy, which now sold his bike, so now I don't know what we're going to ride with when he wants to ride, but he doesn't wear much gear, just shoes and gloves and a helmet, obviously, but he won't wear a jacket or pants or anything like that, or riding pants, meaning. So do you guys, you know, have your full gear? I noticed when I was in Ohio, I seen a lot of adventure type bikes on the highway, and these guys were in full gear, and it was hot out there. It was 90 degrees, 95, and these guys were in full gear. So I mean, they were on the highway, so I'm sure they were going someplace. They're touring, and I mean, I don't know how they do it. I mean, mean, I would do it, but some people just can't stand to have so much gear on when it's hot, and I'm wondering what you guys think. In Pennsylvania, you don't even have to wear a helmet. I'm going to stereotype here, folks, but when you see guys on sport bikes, standard bikes, adventure bikes like this, they all got gear on. When you look at a guy with a Harley, he's got a ponytail, lots of tattoos, a vest, no helmet, no gloves, jeans. He's got some big construction boots on, but that's it. That's the look, I guess, and I'm not down in it in any way. It's cool. It's what you want. There's just no way I'm getting on a motorcycle without a helmet. As far as the law is concerned, there's the law in Pennsylvania. You don't have to wear a helmet, which this is what I like. I don't think we should be told what to do. I think we should have a choice. If we want to crack our skulls open, it's up to us. I don't need the government to tell me how to protect myself. So, if they don't want to, not me, as far as I'm concerned, I want gear on. At minimum, I got to have gloves and a helmet, but I do like to ride my riding pants, and it's hot out, and I feel the warm, but this bike doesn't give off a lot of heat, no matter what other people say when they test it. I think some people, when they test it, they don't even really test it for a long time. They just think because the cylinders are out there, you're going to feel the heat. I never feel the heat. I know one tester was saying he kept hitting his shins against the cylinders. I've never hit my shin against the cylinders. I don't know how you could possibly do that unless you look to do that, or unless you're dropping the bike or something, But whatever, I'm going all over the place here. So yeah, so do you guys wear your gear, or do you not even ride when it's really hot out? I mean, I don't really care whether it's cold or hot. I just want to ride. So if I get the urge to ride, I just ride. I don't really care. Now, if it's pouring rain at my house, I'm probably not going to get out and start riding. But if I ride and it starts raining, I'm okay with that, So that's kind of, I guess, the biggest thing. And then obviously I'm not going to ride in the snow. I've seen guys take their bikes in the snow. God bless them all. So yeah, now I'm just talking like a chatterbox here, and I guess I'm just so happy to be on the bike again, Damn the weather and damn everything else, and I'm just having a good time, and I had a blast drag racing, and life is good and no complaints. With all this shit going on in this world and in my country, you know what? I have no control over it, and I'm just having a good time. I think I've said this before. A good friend of mine said, "We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. So we got to enjoy. There's just too many obstacles in life to keep us down, and you got to make the best of it." Now I'm preaching, right? I don't want to preach. So yeah. So do you guys ride? I mean, I think this bike. I mean, I got this windscreen up, down. I don't even know. I think I got it down. I guess I can put it down. Get some more air. You might pick up a little more wind noise. So I'll put my I'll put it all the way down, see if I can bear it, and see if you guys pick up more wind noise. I don't know if you will. I can get more air into my helmet. That's one thing with the screen up and my shield up. I don't know if you guys can see where I'm pointing. The air doesn't get into there. You don't feel much air coming in through here. It may disturb the sound a little bit, but there's not much air coming in through the chin or through the air right here, the air inlet. But I do feel it coming in here. I can feel, relatively cool air coming in there. So, and then you get a lot of, you can see my shirt. Guys, you can notice that I put the handguards back on. I'm always changing stuff. I said I'd never put them back on because I don't like the way they look. But one trip I took, the bugs were beating up my fingers. That's funny, right? So I said, let me put them back on. And it does take some of the air away, which, but I put them back on. I'm always changing things. So yeah, let me know about what you think about riding in the summer and riding with full gear or what. I watch Moto Jitsu. He always rides with full gear. Who else do I watch that has full gear? Let me pop the shield up now. I watch a lot of guys. So like I said, I haven't been posting any videos, but when I'm on the road, I'm always looking at videos. People were making comments of just a bunch of stuff that I've done. My old Triumph Scrambler, which I miss so much. And one guy was talking about the tune. He says, he got his top speed's been 118, and he says, I don't think the tune is worth it to mess up the ECU. Well, I can assure you that it didn't mess up my ECU. It gave much better low-speed fueling, and the mid-range performance was a dramatic increase in. Let's see if I can go off the road here. If not. It's muddy. I don't want to go in the mud. So mid-range was and fueling was a dramatic difference. First gear, second gear, you could do a wheelie without popping the clutch. First gear, no, easy if you want to do that. It was dramatic for me, but he felt that probably wasn't worth it because of top speed. But it got to the acceleration was much better. It got to 100. You know, I think it was minus 118 also. I don't remember, but it got to this a lot quicker. It was a lot more fun to ride the bike, and you had another 1,000 usable RPM. So I thought it was a good deal, but you know, I understand if guys don't want to mess with the ECU. So, and I haven't done anything with this with the ECU because I'm just not convinced that it does anything, because I've heard a lot of good things about the Triumph stuff, and obviously it worked for me, but I haven't heard a lot of good things about increasing the performance on a 1250. It seems like BMW really did a good job of getting all the power out of it. And I mean, you can put an exhaust on, full exhaust. It costs you a lot of money with the headers, getting rid of the cat, do the tune, and maybe pick up 5-6 horsepower, or maybe a little more torque also. But you're going to be spending $3,000 easily, maybe more. So I don't think it was worth it. I got to get $1. I got to get bang for the buck. You know, it's just that's for me. You know, it's not worth it to do it, even though, you know, my warranty is going to be up next year. But who knows if I'll still have this bike. I mean, I'll have this bike. Now I'm hearing maybe the new GS might not be out till late 2023. So I'm going to have this bike until the new GS comes out, and decide whether I'm going to keep that or jump ship and do the hooligan bike like the KTM, because I do like the way they look, and that power is very addicting. But it's so hard to give up that shaft drive. It's just there's no maintenance on this. I can take long trips and not worry. And I don't know how easy it is to service a KTM compared to the GS here, because the GS is absolutely one of the simplest bikes for maintenance I've ever had. I mean, it was easier than it's easier to work on than the 77 Kawasaki, the KZ650, you know, because you got to take the tank off to get to the valves and all that other stuff, and it's got a canister oil filter that you have to, whatever. It's just, it's not, everything is just accessible. It's just really easy to change everything. So, so that would be a big decision maker. You know, I love the Ducati, but also what am I looking at for service? Because I want to service the stuff myself, and I just want to, and I want to stay with the BMW because I've been very, very happy with it. Like I said, I just wish I had another 20 horsepower, and this bike would be perfect. And talking about, maybe quick with the engine, boy, I'm going on, ain't I? Well, I haven't made a video in such a long time. I ordered a piece. I guess I've talked about the biggest disappointment with this bike. Well, you know, I would like more horsepower, but that's not a disappointment because it got a lot of torque. Is the noise when it gets warm. Now, what I'm going to do is, hopefully I can, since I'm out now, and when I get I'm going to take a video of the sound of the engine. And it's pretty loud when it gets warmed up on the left side. It's and I did some research, and a bunch of these guys are replacing the cam tensioner. Now, BMW, which I think they should have, I think that's a strike against you guys, but I guess that's a money thing, is that they should have recalled them and put these new tensioners in. And these tensioners are super, super simple. I'm going to show you the installation when I get it. I had to order one. It's coming from Germany. I only ordered the left side. It seems like the left side is the issue. I guess the way the motor torques and the way the chain spins, that's the side that's the problem. So it's the tensioner is the issue. It doesn't give enough. Obviously, there's not a wear issue, because, you know, I haven't had any problem up to almost 18,000 miles, and I've had no problem. But it's super simple to install. It quiets the motor down significantly, but we'll see, because what I'm going to do is a before and after. But I've seen a video on it. I went on to, I forget that website. It's an adventure motorcycle. It's just a huge website, and they're all doing it. And like I said, it's super simple. And how you know if BMW, like the 22s, or, you know, or I don't know about the 22s, but the 21s, but the 22s, if they've upgraded them, is the bolt that holds it in, because it's a long cylinder, not long, about this much, and it has a nut on the end, or a bolt, and well, a nut, I would say, and it's threaded, is 17 millimeter for the old style. The new one, it's 19 millimeter. That's the bolt size. That's not threaded or anything like that. And so, yeah, I'm I'm going to replace it. It's super simple. You unscrew it, you screw it. A little oil comes out, no big deal. And from what I've been looking at videos and everything, it's nice and quiet. That's like my only biggest pet peeve with the bike, that it gets so loud. When you start it up in the morning, it's got a great engine sound. It's quiet. You know, the exhaust is muted, yes. But I don't care about that. That's not a big deal. But I want the engine to be, you know, just not like a motorcycle engine, like my Triumph, not, you know, like it's knocking. And so we'll see how that goes. And my next video, when that part comes in, we'll do that. And you guys can check that out and see what you all think. If you guys have 22s, they might not even do that. So you have to look for it. If you have the 19 millimeter socket fits on it, and I'll point to it too. I'll cut a video slot in here, and I'll point it. I'm pointing right now to it.
All right, guys, I just want you to hear the noise. I'm going to show you, oops, get my thumb out of the way. I'm going to show you where the tensioner is. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get this thing hot. See my finger? If that's 21 millimeter, or if that's 19 millimeter, you're good. If that's 17 millimeter, you may want to think about changing it. There's no recall on it. It's just an updated, sorry, guys. It's just an updated tensioner. That's where your tensioner, a little oil comes out, not a big deal. So here you hear it. It's not super loud, but I think it's louder than it should be. Now I'm going to swing over to the other side. And I don't know if you can hear it, maybe you can't, but it's so much quieter on this side. So that's what I want. I want this kind of quiet on both sides. It's not terrible, but I just think a fine machine like this should have just a nicer sound than idle. All right, guys.
But it's really easy to get to. It's right under the cylinder head. Super easy to replace. No adjustments, no nothing. Just unscrew it, screw it back in. You're done. The only issue is it's very expensive. And if you see this tensioner, it's just a long cylinder. I don't know, maybe a half an inch in diameter, if that, 20 millimeters, and about, I don't know, 50 millimeters long or a couple inches long. And it's $160. It's expensive. So guys, the guys that say that parts are expensive, I'll give you that. It is expensive, you know. Oh, I like this road. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Oh, I think somebody came out of here. Oh, there's a lot of dust. When the dust comes out of here, that means trucks have come out of here, because there's a lot of trucks. Oh, this feels so good. I'm going to get in trouble because it's only a 35 mile an hour speed limit. Now it's 25, and there might be a cop sitting there. So we're going to slow down. So yeah. So that's going to be the next project. I always like doing stuff to my bike. I hate to be that it's something that, you know, maybe BMW should have done. So there's my knock on BMW. I love their fit and finish quality, all the stuff that they do. I love it. But that's a takeaway. That's kind of my negative. That's my negative. Yeah. So we're gonna do that, and hopefully it'll quiet the motor down. Like now, I can't hear the motor. It's quiet, it's smooth, because obviously I got all my gear on, my helmet, blah blah blah. But if I'm sitting in the light and I got my shield up, which I'm gonna put up now because I need to breathe because it's hot out here. I just wanted to make the video a little bit better for you guys, but I'm going slow. This is like a 25 mile an hour speed limit here. So yeah, now I'm almost at the bank, so we're gonna probably end the video. But I just wanted to get all this stuff out. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's not a scenic, it's just, you know, Yo Ken and his average daily life. Boring. I guess I should put some racing stuff in it, but I don't really have time to do videos at the racetrack. I do sometimes, but there is a video of me going down the racetrack. If you want, I'll put a link in there. You guys can see my race car, what it feels like to go 820s at 165 and a quarter mile. So also racing a friend of mine. So I'll throw that link in, maybe just for shits and giggles. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. Great to be back. Hopefully I can do some more videos, you know, maybe one a week or a couple a week, and talk about Yo Ken's boring life in Selma, North Carolina. All right, guys, it's been real. I just so happy to be back, and yeah, I just missed my turn. Later, guys.